In today's show, Bitcoin loses $40,000 as Bitcoin price support levels give way to one-week lows. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis and quoting crypto analyst Philby from Decent Trader. Systematic risk in the market is high, and as a result, volatility should be expected, and trade size and duration should be considered with this in mind. And as Rec Capital shares here, Bitcoin could dip to as low as $38,000 and still maintain a bullish outlook going forward. And as shared here by Mikhail Van de Pop, Bitcoin correcting as tensions around Ukraine are increasing and fear is increasing to as gold is rushing upwards, might be seeing a bounce. If we do, I'm looking at 43,100 to 43,500 as a potential resistance point. Overall shaky markets, altcoins dropping too. And as pointed out here by BTC Fuel, Bitcoin is looking very similar to the 2019 bear market bottom. And this just in breaking news, a bill is introduced in the state of Louisiana to allow Bitcoin and virtual currencies as payment for taxes. That's right, the individual states in the USA will compete for Bitcoin industry, Bitcoin capital, and Bitcoiners. It's going to be incredible to watch the game theory. And in yesterday's episode, I shared breaking news. Bitcoin and USDT become legal tender in Lugano, Switzerland. Today, we're going to be discussing Switzerland's plans to freeze Russian cryptocurrency assets. The typically neutral country has joined the EU and the US in imposing financial sanctions against Russians following the war started by President Putin. Also breaking news, US Virginia Senate allows state banks to offer crypto custody services. That's right, quoting the bill right here, a bank may provide its customers with virtual currency custody services, so as long as the bank has 26 adequate protocols in place to effectively manage risk and comply with applicable laws. Also in today's show, I'll be sharing this one Ethereum competitor, which will outshine the market in 2022, predicts popular crypto analysts. Also in today's show, Russia invasion could boost the Bitcoin price action, as well as Ethereum and stablecoins, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. In their latest crypto outlook report, they go on to share the Russia-Ukraine conflict may mark another step in Bitcoin's maturation towards becoming the global digital collateral. Spiking energy prices are a reminder of the benefits of embracing technology, and North America achieving the status of net fossil fuel exporter. Supply, demand, adoption, and human ingenuity point to Bitcoin regaining the upper hand versus crude oil in 2022. Also in today's show, we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ether, and all the major alts are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more, in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs, along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price. And if you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today's episode is brought to you by FTX US, built by traders for traders. That's right, FTX US is the best way to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, as well as other digital assets. And did you know you can trade crypto with up to 85% lower fees than its top competitors? That's right, there are no fixed minimum fees, no ACH transaction fees, and no withdrawal fees. Also note that FTX is the only leading exchange that supports both Ethereum and Solana NFTs, and there are no gas fees. And you might have heard of them from their Super Bowl commercial with Larry David, or their partnership with Stephen Curry and Tom Brady. That's because the world's biggest names trust FTX. And they have a special promo they're running right now, where if you download the FTX app today and use my promo code CryptoNews, you can earn free crypto on every trade over $10, truly making this a no-brainer. And the more you trade, the more you earn. So go ahead and download the FTX app today by clicking the link in the description right down below. Use my referral code CryptoNews, and let's start stacking those sats, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. How's it going, crypto fam? Make some noise in the live chat. Now, Bitcoin stayed below some critical support zones into the weekend after a late sell-off cost the bulls the $40,000 mark. And right here, you're looking at the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Now, data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView painted a lackluster Bitcoin price action on Saturday, with Bitcoin lingering near $39,000 after seeing lows of $38,600. Traders had hoped that various price points above $40K would be sufficient to steady the market after its latest run to $45,200. And in the event, however, the bids failed to preserve the trend, sending Bitcoin back to the middle of the range in which it had acted throughout 2022. As Matthew Hyland shares here, Bitcoin is hanging onto the edge of a cliff. the past few hours. And in a new market update released on Friday, Philby, co-founder of trading Sweet Decent Trader, had highlighted $36,000 as a potential target for a short should the area around 39,500 fail to hold, something which ultimately proved to be so. Now, Bitcoin, he said, was still range bound on the macro level, but support was there as a rising tide, which looked apt to preserve long-term structures, and among these was the 200-week moving average, now above 20,000 and rising, which should provide definitive support as macro markets experience something similar to the March 2020 COVID crash in terms of sentiment. As he shares here, systematic risk in the market is high, and as a result, volatility should be expected, and trade size and duration should be considered with this in mind. Now, also eyeing the macro environment was Cointelegraph contributor Mikhail Van de Poppe, who in an extended YouTube video discussed the impact of the Ukraine-Russia conflict and its knock-on effects worldwide. Due to short-term flights to safety, he argued that gold and US dollar were profiting at Bitcoin's expense, yet under the surface, adoption was taking place. Quoting him here, at this stage, we're seeing that Bitcoin is dropping down significantly. Why is that? That's because short-term panic. And he also shares here, Bitcoin correcting as tensions around Ukraine are increasing, and fear is increasing too, as gold is rushing upwards, might be seeing a bounce. If we do, I'm looking at 43,100 to 43,500 as a potential resistance point. Overall, shaky markets, altcoins dropping too. And as crypto analyst Rat Capital shares here, Bitcoin could dip to as low as 38,000 and still maintain a bullish outlook going forward. And at the time of this recording, we're currently sitting just above 39K. And as BTC Fuel points out, Bitcoin is looking very similar to the 2019 bear market bottom. That's right. As you can see, Bitcoin 2019 looking strikingly similar to that of Bitcoin in 2022. And breaking news just in, a bill was introduced for the state of Louisiana to allow Bitcoin and virtual currencies as payment for taxes. That's right, the individual states in the USA will compete for Bitcoin industry, Bitcoin capital, and Bitcoiners. It's going to be incredible to watch the game theory. That's right, Bitcoin game theory in full effect. And as I shared in yesterday's episode, breaking news, Bitcoin and USDT Tether become legal tender in Lugano, Switzerland. And before I break down next story, Switzerland plans to freeze Russian cryptocurrency assets. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, everything is currently in the red and correcting, with Bitcoin down about 6% for the day, maintaining just above $39,000. We have Ether down almost 3%, trading just above $2,650. Luna down 6%, trading at $84. Solana down 3.5%, trading just above $89. And Avalanche down 5%, trading just under $77. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. The typically neutral country of Switzerland has joined the EU and the US in imposing financial sanctions against Russians following the war started by President Putin. Moreover, the nation's authorities have also gone after their cryptocurrency holdings within Switzerland's borders. That's right, ever since Putin launched its special military operation against Ukraine, which turned out to be an all-out war, NATO and the EU have taken severe measures to restrict the country and its wealthiest individuals, which we call oligarchs, from accessing financial services and even their own money. It's worth noting that cryptocurrencies were also brought into the mix, with watchdogs alleging that oligarchs use them to bypass sanctions, and as such, many people urged exchanges to stop servicing Russian-based customers and even freeze their assets. Very interesting times we're living in, eh? These requests split the community in half, while giants like Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken have so far refused to do so, saying that such a move would be contradictory to crypto's nature. Several South Korean exchanges started blocking Russian IP addresses. Now, Switzerland has taken a similar stance. According to a Financial Times report, aside from joining the EU and imposing all sanctions against Russia, the typically neutral state also went after Russia's cryptocurrency holdings on its soil. And interestingly, a senior official at the finance ministry also highlighted some of the biggest merits of the digital asset industry. Quoting him here, if someone holds their crypto key themselves, then wherever they are, it's going to be virtually impossible to identify them. But if they're using crypto services, funds, exchanges, and so on, these service points we can target. And he makes a great point. Not your keys, not your cheese. So make sure to move all your crypto off the exchanges and put it in a cold storage wallet such as a Trezor or Nano Ledger or Forever. Hold your peace. And what are your thoughts surrounding a place like Switzerland, who is very neutral to cryptocurrency, actually freezing the assets of Russians? Do you feel it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do? Drop me a comment right down below. And before I break down next story of the day, U.S. Virginia Senate allows state banks to offer crypto custody services. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just under $1.8 trillion with about $80 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. The current Bitcoin dominance is 42.2%, with the Ether dominance at 18%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the week, you can see Waves up 55%, ANC up 50%, Rune up 30%, and Chili's up 17.4%. And checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 22 out of 100 in extreme fear. Yesterday was a 33, last week a 26, and last month a 20 in extreme fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity like we're witnessing right now. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. I want to give a quick shout out to iTrust Capital, the world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $3.5 billion in transactions. If you're looking to trade crypto tax-free, look no further than iTrust. And yes, they are backed by the world's leading institutional cold storage provider, Coinbase Custody, with a $320 million insurance policy. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below to take advantage of the #1 crypto IRA provider in America. And if you sign up today, you're going to receive a $100 funding reward as a free bonus. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below, and let's start stacking those sats tax-free. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. The Senate of Virginia in the United States unanimously approved a bill amendment request that allows traditional banks operating in the Commonwealth of Virginia to provide virtual currency custody services. That's right, Delegate Christopher Head introduced the bill, House Bill number 263, back in January of 2022, seeking an amendment to allow eligible banks to offer crypto custody services. Quoting it here, a bank may provide its customers with virtual currency custody services so as long as the bank has 26 adequate protocols in place to effectively manage risks and comply with applicable laws. Now check this out. The bill passed Senate with a sweeping 39-0 vote and is waiting to be signed into law by Governor of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin. Now, banks that intend to offer this service to clients will need to adhere to 3 specific requirements mentioned in the bill: implement effective risk management systems, possess adequate insurance coverage, and launch an oversight program to address risks associated with cryptocurrencies. However, the Senate will require the bank's customers to retain direct control of their public and private keys associated with their virtual currency, adding the following: acting in a fiduciary capacity, the bank shall require customers to transfer their virtual currencies to the control of the bank by creating new private keys to be held by the bank. Just note, not your keys, not your cheese. So when you give your private keys to the bank effectively owns your cryptocurrency. Now, other states such as Wyoming have also recently seen an introduction of legislation for a state-issued stablecoin. That's right, and just last month, the House Committee on Financial Services had a discussion about whether regulations on stablecoins and digital assets should be addressed at a state or federal level. And in this regard, North Carolina Representative and Ranking Committee member Patrick McHenry asked the committee to consider state-level regulatory framework in lieu of comprehensive federal law on stablecoins. And quoting a report from the President's Working Group on Financial Markets, the Undersecretary for Domestic Finance at the Department of Treasury said that the U.S. dollar-pegged stablecoin issuers, both state and federally chartered banks, should be held to the same standards as insured depository institutions. So there you have it. Let the Bitcoin game theory continue in the United States and around the world. Now for the one Ethereum competitor, which will outshine the market in 2022, predicts popular crypto analyst. That's right, this anonymous trader known as altcoin Sherpa tells his 170,000 Twitter followers that he's expecting big things from Cosmos, aka Atom, an ecosystem of blockchains designed for both scalability and interoperability. The trader says he's impressed by the project's inter-blockchain communication protocol, which went live in April of last year, and expects Atom to be one of the top performers of 2022. Quoting him here, I am probably late to the show on this, but I think that Cosmos is going to have a really big 2022. There's a lot of interesting stuff being built, and there's a lot to be said about IBC in the future. I think this is definitely one to watch going forward. And Sherpa concludes his Atom discussion by offering a word of caution about what might happen if the top crypto Bitcoin were to fall in price dramatically. Quoting him here, technical analysis wise, I think that the trend looks decent on the lower time frames. We are seeing exponential moving averages swing bullish. The EQ of the range is also holding for now, but if Bitcoin issues the bed, it's going to be back to range lows. And at the time of this recording, Cosmos is up 3% for the day and up a whopping 45% since February 24th when the market crashed. Moving on to smart contract platform Terra, aka Luna, altcoin Sherpa is watching for an entry point at the $77 level should the altcoin price correct again, as he shares here. Luna is a good coin to long at $77 for several reasons. Coins like this are going to be bought up the fastest in these environments. They also have incredible upside when close to all-time high levels in price discovery. Now, Terra is currently riding a wave of positive momentum, which has seen its valuation rise 23% throughout the week, including a 2% gain for the day. This anonymous trader wraps up his crypto coverage by plotting out where he thinks Bitcoin is headed. Sherpa says Bitcoin looks like it's in a good position to go long. High time frame is still bearish, but if you're using exponential moving averages, this is an area of support on the lower time frames. Lots of confluence where several exponential moving averages on the 4-hour. I think this is a decent area to long personally. So there you have it. Let me know if you are bullish on Cosmos/Atom as well as Terra/Luna. And before I break down our final story of the day, Russia invasion could boost the Bitcoin price action as well as Ethereum and stablecoins according to the latest Bloomberg Intelligence report. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,000 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my crypto merch store, now live at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, have a daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, have a blog I update daily, which can be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And of course, you can follow me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify to Apple's iTunes to Google Play. And if you're listening to the pod, be sure to check out the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium experience with video. And of course, you can follow me on crypto Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and TikTok. So wherever you're at, be sure to follow me there. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Bloomberg Intelligence says that Russia's invasion of the Ukraine could aid in driving up the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum. In the March edition of the Crypto Outlook, the research arm of media giant Bloomberg says that the energy price hikes caused by the current geopolitical crisis in Eastern Europe could help Bitcoin evolve as a new asset class. Quoting the report right here, the Russia-Ukraine conflict may mark another step in Bitcoin's maturation towards becoming the global digital collateral. Spiking energy prices are a reminder of the benefits of embracing technology and North America achieving the status of net fossil fuel exporter. Supply, demand, adoption, and human ingenuity point to Bitcoin regaining the upper hand versus crude oil in 2022. Now, the report says that the tension will also boost the value of Ethereum, the leading platform for deploying smart contracts, as well as decentralized applications. Quoting the report again here, the war in Ukraine may enhance the value of digital asset stalwarts, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the proliferation of crypto dollars. The number one and number two cryptos are showing divergent strength versus equities, facing greater risk to recession and spiking energy prices. The Russia-Ukraine conflict could boost dollar dominance via crypto tokens. The war in Ukraine may accentuate the value of decentralized, immutable digital assets. If the conflict is resolved soon, most risk assets should gain buoyancy, with Ethereum set to keep rolling. Very powerful words. Now, Bloomberg Intelligence also gives a bullish forecast for stablecoins such as fiat-backed USD coin, USDC, as well as stablecoin Terra UST, which saw 2,000% and 5,300% growth in total value locked in 2021, respectively. Quoting the report again here, stablecoins are also emerging as a systematically important venue for global liquidity, representing 0.53% of central bank balance sheets, despite unprecedented levels of quarterly earnings. Now, if stablecoins repeat last year's growth, they will exceed 2.3% by 2023. So there you have it. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Bitcoin loses $40,000 as Bitcoin price support levels give way to 1-week lows. We also discussed Switzerland plans to freeze Russian cryptocurrency assets, as well as U.S. Virginia Senate allows state banks to offer crypto custody services. And I also shared with you this one Ethereum competitor, Cosmos, which will outshine the market in 2022, predicts popular crypto analysts. And we also discussed Russia invasion could boost the Bitcoin price action, as well as Ethereum and stablecoins, according to the latest Bloomberg Intelligence report. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode, Andrew Schmidt wrote, I listened to your show during my workouts. Nothing like pumping some iron while pumping my bags. Keep up the hard work. It's very much appreciated. That's what's up, Andrew. Much respect and happy pumping. Our next featured comment comes from eCoin. Aloha Friday JV. Always good at the end of the week with crypto news alerts. MetaMask. What the heck? Going from blockchain to blocked chain kind of defeats the purpose of crypto, eh? Shaking my head. Yeah, fam, great point. At the end of the day, we cannot trust anyone with our crypto, hence the importance of taking it off the exchanges as well as off of controlled online wallets like MetaMask, which are fully capable of freezing your assets. And our third and final featured comment comes from Pokemon, who wrote, "Hi JV and Crypto News Alerts fam. I see that Coinbase and Binance have agreed to restrict Russian crypto users. This goes against what crypto was intended to be used for. I don't like the way things are unfolding. Take care, God bless, you and yours." Agreed. Scary times we are living in, fam. Take all crypto off exchanges and protect your private keys, or forever hold your peace. Hodl. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below.